are here for episode 22 of the Gaming Discourse FM, and I welcome you to listen to some of our favorite tracks in gaming. This week around, I got some mostly high-tempo stuff for you, so I hope you're ready to move. As usual, I got some info for you and some trivia with some of these tracks. Let's get it started. That was Dust World 2 from Forgotten Worlds for the TurboGrafx and Sega Genesis. This side-scroller shooter from Capcom invoked comparisons to another game around that same time, Contra, and for good reason. Both are side-scroller shooters involving aliens or beings of some sort, as both burly characters dressed in red and blue respectively shoot up anything and everything that moves. Not terribly original, but that doesn't matter when it came to 80s video games. Tamayo Kawamoto composed Forgotten Worlds, and along with that, she helped Capcom to create tracks for some of their other great franchises, Ghouls and Ghosts and Commando, to name a couple. She left Capcom in 1988 to join Taito and their Zuntata house band composition team. Other games Kawamoto composed for were the Ray series, Ray Storm, Ray Force, and Ray Crisis. Kawamoto left Taito after some time to create the pop duo Beta Flash with singer Siwa. There they would release several albums and be featured in anime. Let's move on to the next track. Eye of the City comes from Doukyuusei 2, and it's a PS1/Saturn visual game novel where you play the role of a young man who must decide who will be his girlfriend by the time winter vacation ends. You have a choice between 15 different girls. Some of them may be classmates, and others might be girls that you meet out and about on the town. You're tasked with building up these relationships of your choice and making the final decision by the end of the game. Composed by Noriyuki Iwadare, Doukyuusei has an extensive life filled with sequels, anime OVAs, and plenty of merchandise. Visual novels are big business in Japan and are gaining quite a foothold over here too. But no time to fall in love or read when we have so many songs to listen to. On to the block we go. Shinden, or at least that's the name for the song I could find, comes from Azure Striker Gunvolt 2 for the 3DS, followed by another BGM I couldn't find the name for the game Dragalia Lost. The Skull from Ninja Gaiden 2 followed that track, and rounding out the rest were Formidable Gigantics from Phantasy Star Online 2, Apparition Sovereign from Nightshade on the PS2, and Chip Off the Old Block from Mechwarrior 5 coming in at the end there. Mechwarrior 5 was the first single-player Mechwarrior game since 2002. Although a popular series, Mechwarrior seems to get entries that are few and far between. Released in 2019, Mechwarrior 5 was exclusive to the Epic Games Store, before finally releasing on Steam in 2021. Sean Colton composed the game and provided the excellent track you just heard. Along with creating tracks for the DLC, Colton has also created the soundtrack to Chinatown Detective Agency and also Heretic Kingdoms, The Inquisition. Hope to hear more tracks from him in the future. And we're going to move on to our final track, everyone. Hope you enjoy it. The final track of the night was Extinction from Punishing Grey Raven, available for mobile devices and PC. This action hack-and-slash game hasn't got as much attention as the others in its genre, but from content creators like Sunhee Legend, I've seen clips that are jaw-dropping when it comes to movement and action. Lots of composers have provided their talent for this game, but our track here, Extinction, was composed by Halo Week. He has composed for plenty of projects, most of them being iOS and Android games. However, the most recent game on his resume is from Anno Mutationem, which is a beautiful cyberpunk release from last year that I still have to get to. It just might be featured sometime soon. That's all the time we have for tonight. I hope you've enjoyed this episode, and we'll see you next week. We'd like to support these composers and games as much as we can. The names are highlighted throughout the show to let you know not only who composed these tracks, but where you may be able to find and support them. Spotify is an option along with places like Bandcamp, YouTube, and SoundCloud if applicable. I thank you once again for listening to today's show, so make sure to follow our SoundCloud and YouTube channel at Gaming Discourse FM, like and subscribe, hit the bell to get notified when we post a new episode. Follow the Patreon for our sister channels if you would like to hear video game news and watch video content. You can do that by following the Gaming Discourse on YouTube, Twitter, and Patreon. Thank you very much, and keep gaming.